This whole thing started with a dream. A dream of a community where it didn't matter who you were or what you were doing or what your past was or what you brought to the table. You were welcomed to a church. We're so thankful that you're here. We're glad that you're here. The church had become this thing for so many that was a thing of pain, a thing of rejection, a thing of who's in and who's out. And I started to dream with some other people about a community where nobody was out and maybe nobody was in. We made a decision in the very beginning that we weren't going to be a church that was about the building or even about the traditions, even about, frankly, the religion, but about loving our neighbor and about sharing Christ with others. And this year, 2020, has been a year where we've really had to test that. Are we about our building, or are we about really loving one another and loving the community that's around us? And 2020 has expanded us. It's taken us out beyond the space even in Reston. We're reaching all over the world, which has been really, really beautiful.
I'm here at TLC, the Leadership Center in Honduras.
Greetings from Rwanda.
Thank you so much, Restoration Church. We love you.
Connecting families in a time when things are really challenging through this idea of worship and life groups. This year has been amazing as we've reached more kids in our communities, as we've fed more people, as we've built relationships in new and unique ways. This thing that was a dream 6 or 7 years ago. Had somebody said at that time and know that 2020 is going to be a pandemic, it would have been hard to believe and hard to think of how we would have moved through. But 2020, in all of its challenges, has been a year of great, wonderful things in the life of this thing we call restoration. There's deep love as we continue to serve the community around us in Reston and beyond. And I like to think of this whole thing as a story where God came and called a small group of folks to go to this crazy land called Reston and to connect with people who had a yearning for something more. Maybe people who felt displaced and people who longed for something more than they had. And a little group of people who decided to do it. And as a result, over the last 6 years, have done beautiful, beautiful things to share the light of Christ with others. I'm so excited to see what year 7 and beyond brings. And I'm so excited to see all that God meets us in the midst of this story to do.